Hey guys, we're continuing with lesson 2.1 from the textbook. We're going to work on task 1 together, and then I'm going to ask you to work on tasks 2 and 3 on your own. So let's look at this one as we need to interpret expressions. An expression is a mathematical phrase that combines numbers and variables or variables using mathematical operations. The parts of an expression that are added are called terms. Numerical expressions contain only numbers, constant terms, and operations. Algebraic expressions, also called variable expressions, include one or more variables. The numerical factor in a variable term, including 1 if a term does not have a numerical factor, is called a coefficient. You can understand what an expression modeling a real-world situation means by looking at its different parts. Each term and coefficient means something in the context of the situation. All right, so thinking about that, we're going to look at this example here. And it says, think about the situation in the Spark Your Learning. I didn't ask you guys to do that, but here's the question. Store A charges a tax rate of 5% and offers a rebate of $50. An algebraic expression that represents Carlos buying his replacement phone at store A is 1.05p minus $50, or minus 50. All right, so it says, what do the coefficients 1.05, the variable p, and the term 1.05p represent in this situation? Select all that apply. All right, so looking above, we know that the tax rate is 5%. All right, so 5% of a number is a small percent. You know, if you think of $1, 5% of that is like 1 nickel. So we have to multiply by 1 because you have to pay the original cost of the phone, and then they charge you 5% on top of that. So if you look back up here, it explains this. So it says including... Okay, so it doesn't really explain it. Sorry, that was something different I was thinking about. But it does have to be 1 times whatever the interest rate is or the tax rate in order for it to be the accurate amount. So this says the coefficient, the number in front of the variable is the coefficient, so the 1.05. The coefficient, 1.05, is the sum of 1 and the tax rate, 5%, expressed as a decimal. The coefficient, 1.05, is the sum of 1 and the $50 rebate. Well, that doesn't have anything to do with the $50 rebate, but it does have to do with adding that tax rate to the original amount. So we're going to choose that one. And then the next one, say the variable P represents the final cost of the replacement phone, and the variable P represents the price of a replacement phone before tax and rebate. Okay. The variable P just represents the price of the replacement phone. We have to multiply it by the 1.05 to add the tax rate. And then if you look up here, we have to also do the minus 50 to show that we're going to get that $50 rebate back. So this one's going to be the variable P represents the price of the phone before tax and rebate. And then the last two say the expression 1.05p represents the amount of tax added to the price of the phone. The expression 1.05p represents the total cost of the phone, including tax at the store. So we said the phone cost 1 times whatever the phone cost, and then the 0.05 represents the tax. So that's the total cost plus the tax rate. All right, so what you have to do is read through those and try to make sense of that expression. So as you can see, each part, the coefficient, the variable, and the constant term all had specific reasons why they were in the expression. All right, it says, what does the term negative 50 represent? Okay, we've already said that. Shows the minus 50 means whatever the price of the phone is, you're going to get that $50 back. So that's why it's minus 50. It'll be minus 50 from the total cost of the phone. Although you usually get the rebate back 4 to 6 weeks later, you're still going to have that price come off the phone. All right, what does the whole expression represent in this situation? It's going to represent the final cost of what you buy, the final cost of the phone at store A. So the price plus the tax minus the rebate is the final cost of your phone. All right, I hope this helps you understand task 1. If you have any questions, let me know.